usually don't use a webcam, but I guess we're gonna see how this works. It's not actually a webcam, it's just my phone. I'm going to be reading a fanfic made by one of Jimmy's loyal, maybe a little too loyal fans, Diamond839. But we're going to be reading a little thing called Jimmy's Gay Awakening. I don't know why I'm doing this. I did it because I thought it would be funny. I heard about it, and then I was like, oh, that would be so funny if I recorded my reaction to it, because that's a reaction-worthy thing to do, I guess. Bear with me. I'm gonna try not to shoot myself as I read this. Please, please, for the love of my own sanity, do not let my roommate walk in while I am reading this. Jimmy has had quite a few girlfriends through his current 21 years of living. None of them have ever worked out, and he starts to lose hope of ever finding a wife. One day, while he is on break at an undesignated burger joint, this guy came in. Jimmy is eating his lunch, and with the restaurant being empty, he decides to sit with Jimmy. Guy: hey, you mind if I sit with you? Jimmy was surprised that he asked and was slightly annoyed since he could have sat anywhere else in the place. Jimmy: no, not at all. Guy: thanks. As they were eating in a kind of awkward silence, Jimmy wanted to break the ice with some small talk. Jimmy: so you new around here? Guy: yeah, I recently moved in from Gatineau, Quebec. My American side is really showing right now. Jimmy: oh, cool. Do you speak French? Guy: oui. I'm surprised. My entire perception of this guy just changed now. Oui. I'm surprised you did not know from my accent. Of course the guy's French. Jimmy is slightly embarrassed that he didn't catch his accent before. So now that I have voices, I guess I don't have to say the names. You know anyone around here? Nope. Everyone I know is back on Gatineau or around there. Okay. As they finished eating and kept talking, and Jimmy thought to himself about befriending this person, considering that he is new in town. Before this stranger left, Jimmy went up to him and said, hey, I never got your name. Yeah, I didn't catch yours either. I'm Alexandre, but you can call me Alex. I'm Jimmy, and also, want to have my number? Maybe I can show you around here sometime. Sure, I'd like that. I'm kind of making him German. I don't know if I'm making him German or not. My accent impressions are kind of spotty, very spotty. They gave each other their numbers, and Jimmy realized that his break had been over for quite a bit now, and he rushes back to work quickly. After a long day at work, Jimmy heads back to his apartment and does his daily Bible devotions. About 15 minutes later, he prays and finishes up and gets prepared to head to his apparent gym, where he walks into the gym. To his surprise, Alex is there working out. Oh, hey, Alex. Oh, hi, Jimmy. What a coincidence. I'm assuming you live on the apartments here? Yeah, I'm in 102. I think I'm making him German. I'm in 409. You're lucky. You have a way shorter walk than me. French. Think French. Think French. Terrible place to live. Dirty cities. Really mean jerk people. Stuck up. Long mustache, baguette. I guess you're right. Haha. Jimmy heads over to the treadmill and starts jogging. He puts in his earbuds and starts listening to some Christian music. About 25 minutes pass and Jimmy turns off the treadmill to take a small break. 25 minutes of running, that's pretty solid. He thinks for a big about what to do next for leg day. He decides to use a squat rack. As he starts, he notices Alex doing the bench press and sees that he is struggling slightly and asks if he needs help. Alex says, yeah, I think I got it. A moment later, Alex starts struggling a whole lot more, him not being able to make it to the full lift to put it back up, and Jimmy rushes over to help him. They get the bar hung back up, and Alex sits up, breathing heavily. Thanks, man. I probably shouldn't have went that heavy. He chuckles. No problem. I'm glad that you're okay. And don't hesitate to ask if you want me to spot you. I don't mind. Okay, thanks. Jimmy heads over to the squat rack, and Alex decides to do something different. After about an hour more of doing exercises, Jimmy is quite exhausted and thinks to himself that today was a good workout day. Although he did notice every now and then that Alex was looking at him, he didn't think much of it. Right as he heads out, he heard Alex calling for him and turns around. What's up? Do you know where the commercial laundry room is? I've looked earlier and I still cannot find it. I would use mine, but I haven't exactly bought any yet. Yeah, I think. I don't use it, but I think I know where it is. As Jimmy walks Alex to where the laundry room is, they just ask each other some questions about each other and find out that they have quite a bit in common. So what type of gamer are you, console or PC? I have both, but I mainly do PC. What about you? I do PC as well. Consoles have never been my thing. What type of games do you like? RPGs like Elden Ring and the new game Starfield. Those games aren't really my thing. I love FPS games, especially Overwatch and Valorant. Sorry. I suck at shooting games. My aim is trash. You can't be that bad. I tell him the same thing all the time. Alex says, underestimating Jimmy's ability to suck at shooting games. Real. Just ask my viewers on Twitch. They've definitely been traumatized by how bad I am. Jimmy laughed. Oh, I didn't know you were a streamer. How many followers do you have on there? Not much. I think around 140. Oh, that isn't too bad. Also, you should join me in Overwatch later. I kind of want to see how your aiming skills, he chuckled. Okay, I'm streaming later tonight. I guess we could play. They finally reach the laundry room, and Jimmy heads back to his apartment and takes a shower. After he gets out, it's about 19:30, and he starts preparing for his stream. When he starts, his favorite viewer, Diamonds839, appears almost instantly. They start chatting as Jimmy waits for more of his viewers to join the stream. He gets a text while he's waiting, and it's Alex asking about if he's still up to play Overwatch. Jimmy texts back, and they add each other on Overwatch in Discord, and start a Discord call. About 7 minutes in, and Jimmy decides to start Overwatch. Okay, I'm adding you to the group now, he says on call. Cool. So who do you like to play as? Well, I don't really play this much, but I do like to play as Sojourn and Soldier 76. DPS, nice. I prefer being tank with heroes like Winston and Ironheart. Like having a shield to use, hee hee. So ready to get your eyes hurt by my aim? Jimmy laughed. I don't think it can be that bad. That's where he was wrong. Once they got into a match, Alex was flabbergasted. Mon Dieu, he thought to himself. He felt like his eyes had just seen the worst thing humanly possible. I couldn't have been more wrong about your aim, he says into the mic, laughing. Jimmy said, slightly embarrassed, says, yeah, I told you I was bad. Really bad. I just suck at these games. Alex, feeling bad about what he said now, tells Jimmy this. Don't worry, soon you're gonna have amazing aim in no time, because I'm gonna help you. Haha, you're funny. Jimmy laughs, thinking he's joking. After a moment, he then realizes he was being serious. Wait, for real? Yeah, dude, I'll help you. Yeah, no. The only thing that can help my aim is the Great Lord above. He chuckles. You can get better. You just gotta have determination. I mean, I'll try, but I don't have much hope. Come on, man. Believe in yourself. You got this, he says, trying to hype Jimmy up. Okay. Alex then proceeds to help Jimmy with his aim by giving him tips on things such as adjusting his mouse sensitivity, changing some settings, etc. After some practice in the practice mode, they start real games. They play about 2 hours, which adds up to be about 20 games, and they lose every single one. There was a lot of laughter and fun while they played, even though they lost. After they finished up, Jimmy could tell a slight difference in his aim and was proud of himself for the progress. So, I want to just pause and interject really quickly. So, it is standard for Malachi to go about 2 and 12 in an average Overwatch game, which, granted, I don't really care about winning, but it's kind of funny to see. Alex compliments Jimmy on his progress so far and asks when he wants to play again. Jimmy ends stream and asks him and Alex to talk a little more right before telling Alex he's headed for bed. Jimmy gets ready for bed and brushes his teeth, reads his Bible, etc. As he lays in his bed, he thinks about Alex and how they've already become friends, even though they just met earlier today in the place that he works at. Jimmy's mind. Alex is a pretty chill guy. Funny we ended up living so close together. Maybe we were meant to be together. Haha, I'm so funny. Now that I think about it, no, no, no. So here's where it starts. It was normal. It was a normal, like, dudes doing dude stuff right up until this line right now. Now that I think about it, I wonder if he's gay. He doesn't really give me off any typical gay vibes from when we saw each other. I don't know, but he probably isn't anyway. He is, though, a Christian too, which is cool. It said that he would be coming to my church Sunday. As Jimmy's mind kept having a lot of random thoughts, he eventually fell asleep. The next morning, he wakes up at about 6 and fixes some eggs and toast for breakfast. While he eats, he turns on the news to see the current things happening around the world. Instantly being disappointed in humanity. Oh my gosh, tell me about it. He turns it back off and decides to watch YouTube instead. Right after he finishes his food, he hears a knock on his door. He hesitates to open it because he isn't expecting anybody and knows that it isn't a surprise from anyone. But he opens it anyways, and it's just the landlord. Just the landlord. He's getting evicted. All he says to Jimmy is stuff about the apartment beside him getting some work done and just notifying him about the noise that's going to happen. After Jimmy shuts the door, he then went to go brush his teeth. He's now bored and doesn't really know what to do today. The only thing that he really can do in his apartment is play on his computer, and he doesn't feel like doing it. He's still a bit sore from working out yesterday, so the gym's not an option. Gym's always an option. The more he thinks, the more he realizes he doesn't really have anyone to go hang out with. A lot of his friends are online, and the ones that aren't are all in college or quite busy. Crap! Yeah, I am in college. Jimmy now remembers about Alex and deciding to call him to see if he's busy. Phone ringing. Hi Jimmy, what's up? Hey, are you busy right now? Kind of. Just unpacking the rest of my things. Why'd you ask? I'm bored and have nothing to do. Wanted to see if you might want to do something. I mean, if you're really bored, you can help me unpack if you want. Jimmy thinks about it for a second. Okay, why not? Nothing better to do. What's your apartment number again? 102. The door is unlocked, so when you get here, just walk on in. Okay, cool. See ya. They got off the phone, and Jimmy walks on down to Alex's apartment and heads in. He sees all this very nice furniture and appliances, and is in awe. Jimmy doesn't think of Alex as a wealthy person. Alex heard the door open and welcomed Jimmy into his apartment. Dude, you have a really nice place. Thanks. I bought most of it recently. It's still a little messy in here, though, trying to put everything where it's going. So, what do you need me to do? Could you get the remaining boxes from my car? There's only a couple left. It's a blue car. Yeah, sure. Please don't walk in. Please don't be my roommate. Please don't be my roommate. Okay. Alright, we're good. Jimmy grabs the last few boxes from Alex's car and carries them to his apartment. Him and Jimmy, after a couple hours, finally unpack the rest of his things and rest on the couch. Thanks, man, for helping me finish. I appreciate it. No problem. Happy I could help. Also, are you still free today? Yeah. Wanna show me around the city? I think now's a good chance since you and I don't have other plans. What do you say? Okay, sure. Wanna get lunch? Getting kinda hungry. Sure. He got in Jimmy's car and he shows the city around. The city is getting a tour of Alex now. And all the cool places that he should go. One thing that catches Alex's eye is the beautiful park and the bright red, orange, and yellow fall trees. Yeah, I guess they don't have a lot of trees in France, when your entire city is polluted. He asks Jimmy if they can go there and walk around, and Jimmy says sure. The trees are beautiful, don't you think? Jimmy, not really fascinated by the trees. Still, he says, yeah, I guess. It reminds me of the pretty trees back in Gatineau. Besides, it's not as cold as being here. Haha. Okay, hold on. Let me find where in the world is this place. Oh, it's in Quebec, Canada. Okay. So, little thing. French Canadians are like the worst people in the world. Because they have that massive superiority complex. But then they also are like trying to be super like nice and Canadian and stereotypically Canadian, but they're just like, French Canadians suck. It reminds me of the pretty trees back in Gatineau, because besides it not being as cold here. Right as Alex says that, he trips over himself, and luckily Jimmy catches him in his arms and helps him to his feet. Ooh, the plot thickens. They both start blushing from Alex from embarrassment, but Jimmy, he doesn't really know why he's blushing. Jimmy's mind. Why the heck am I blushing? I don't understand. These things don't normally happen when someone touches me, especially a guy. I beg to differ, Malachi. Actually, Malachi's honest reaction to like 90% of the situations he's in is this. Or this. One of the two. It's like 99% the first one, though. Jimmy is zoned out, or in a daze, as he thinks about what has happened. Alex is calling him, but he isn't answering back. Hey, Jimmy! Jimmy! Huh? Oh, sorry, what? You okay? You, what's the word? Zoned out? Yeah, you zoned out on me. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Okay, also thanks for saving me. I'm clumsy. Yeah, no problem. As they continue to walk around the park, Jimmy can't stop thinking about what happened and why he blushed. Alex noticed that Jimmy is clearly thinking about something but doesn't want to say anything. As they finish walking around the park, they head back to the car and Alex asks about all the places to eat here. Jimmy asks what he likes and decides to bring Alex to some Italian restaurant. Jimmy decides to try and not think about it while in the restaurant at least. Him and Alex talk some about video games and other common interests. They get their food quickly. They get their food quickly, and Jimmy tells Alex about how he's going to have to cut the tour short because he's starting to not feel well. He drives them both back to the apartment, and they say their goodbyes. Jimmy goes to lay on the couch, and he starts to feel flustered and just overall not good. As he lays there, he recaps about why he started blushing when he caught Alex. I still don't know why I'm blushing when I caught him. Now that I think about it, it's kind of like one of those cringe romance movies when the guy catches the girl. Except Alex isn't a girl. Could it be that... No, I'm not gay. I can't be. Never had a tiny bit of attraction to dudes before. I know that no relationship with all the girls I've dated before would have worked out, but that doesn't mean anything. Plus, it's a sin anyways. I find girls attractive, not guys. I mean, Alex isn't an ugly person, but I don't find him cute or anything like that. He starts picturing Alex. Well, he's kind of handsome. Now he realizes that what he said. I don't know what to think anymore. Could it be that I'm actually gay? Last updated October 24th. Okay. So yeah, that was something that I read. Yeah, starting to think that Diamond839, you might be a little too loyal to Jimmy as a fan. I mean, that's just me. But I mean, got out of loss for words on that one. What do I even say? What do I even say about that? What do I say about that? This was something that I read. This is something, and I don't know what to do now. I will never look at Jimmy the same.